So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure you will thank the organizer because it's quite challenging to make an overview of the state of the art of what can bring innovative technology in the field of healthy aging. So aging, it's a worldwide epidemic associated with chronic and metabolic disease and progressive degeneration. The main problem is mental alteration, and dementia will be the first death etiology in 2040. Healthy aging, it's quite an ethical and epistemological paradox because aging is a progressive physiological decline of life until death, and death is a paradigmatic characteristic of humanity. So the objective is to prevent pathology, maintaining well-being, physical and mental autonomy at home. And in this field, we have no magic pill, and it's probably one of the major failures of the pharmaceutical approach, especially this year with the beta-amyloid failure, if you exclude all the therapy to prevent metabolic disease or hypertension. So could we have something using an alternative strategy using innovative technology? The technology toolbox is an exponential tool coming from electronic industry. It's a new business model, low cost, but high complexity. It's includes miniaturization, multifunctionality, communication network, wireless, energy, hardware, software, and the integration of all these tools in high complexity, and now all these devices can be at the size of the living MEMS microfluidic sensor. So I will try to make a panorama of that. First, miniaturization provides lab-on-chip, point-of-care, biosensor, especially with full genome analysis. We have now a very small device which can sequence at low cost genome, which is very important for the definition of susceptibility, early detection of neurodegenerative disease. Mobile smartphone physician for remote medical examination at home, ECG, ICE analysis, so many devices which can maintain patient at home for medical examination. And we are moving to wearable and self-monitoring, which means using activity tracking, defining something very new and maybe very dangerous, which is a quantified safe. Many tracking activity devices are now developed, which can be integrated in many parts of the body. Medical domotic is also very important to monitor, to implement alarm at home, which will enhance autonomy. We are moving maybe from omics drug paradigm to physical tracking neuroprotection paradigm. A good example, early detection of Parkinson's disease with voice tracking, and maybe the use of this using closed loop, suggesting to the patient specific activity program which will stimulate neuronal stem cell regeneration, just inducing specific activity program which will stimulate and neutralize neurodegeneration. Specific programs are ongoing now in the US at night, organized by Little researcher. High integration of this device at the human body interface, electronic status are a good example, more and more integrating at the interface with the body, with different sensors which can monitor metabolite profile, for example, using flexible electronics. And at the end, implantable devices, which are very important to monitor activity biomarker activity, electrophysiological activity, omics activity, to deliver locally drugs with a miniaturized pump, with closed loop, especially in diabetes, for example, sensorial implant, with retinal implant, cochlear implant, the huge development of physical therapy, electrostimulation, magnetic stimulation, optic stimulation, with all these implanted devices, which are more and more autonomous, complex, and interactive with the physiological activity of the body. And also very important for healthy aging, the electronic repair of the body. A good example is brain-computer interface, for example, in tetraplegic patients, to neutralize handicap implant, which catch electrophysiological activity, extract this to guide, for example, an exoskeleton. So very important to neutralize handicap in patients. So all these tools are very important, and we can have a very optimistic view of the future. Is it true? In fact, we have to be very cautious, and it will be very important to have a global view, a global management, a global integration of all these devices. It's been to be able to move from dynamic complexity to smart data, software, hardware, wireless network. We have to organize that. Individualomic, all these lab and chip will be very important to divide the individual polyomic specificity, and the sensor will be able to monitor environmental problem, activity, and nutrition, implementing functional closed loop for prevention medicine, early detection, and at the end, because we will die, implementing therapy and palliative therapy using, for example, drug, locally delivered activity or physical device implanted in the body. So maybe we will move from pharmaceutical paradigm to electroceutical paradigm that we can name electronic medicine. But for that, we have to be very careful, and we are not here by now. Medicine, it's not game and mobile phone. So managing healthy aging will move electronics to the medical field. The existing devices mainly were developed like game or mobile phones. Most of them are not reliable, operable enough, and are quickly abandoned by the user. Some are dangerous. A very recent study demonstrates that most pressure devices are not good, with 5-point difference if you compare to the doctor. So these are dangerous. So probably that we will need specific homologation for this electronic medicine. And a specific electronic medicine methodology is mandatory for industrial production. It will be mandatory to integrate the biomedical prerequisites that are robustness, operability, safety, and medical-grade device, but also an adequate validation if we want the success of this electroceutical opportunity. We will have to define a new, efficient, global methodology for progressive validation of the benefits of this global electronic medicine for aging population. So again, to implement a dedicating homologation progress. Big data, we will have, thanks to all these sensors in front of the complexity of healthy aging. Big data is a very bad word. In fact, we need, and we don't have the algorithm, the methodology to extract from this complexity smart data, cognitive algorithm to be able to decide what we have to do for therapy or prevention. Major ethical and societal issue, privacy. Everybody forgot that we need dedicated network infrastructure providing long-term storage, anonymous and privacy for the data. Acceptance. 40% of the existing devices are not anymore used after 3 months. Acceptance is very important. We have now, especially in France, anti-technology activists like anti-GMO activists. So we really have to anticipate this acceptance. Legal responsibility, if the device fail in absence of physician. So probably we will need a physician beside the machine. The problem of enhancement medicine with all these implanted devices, with maybe a non-ethical modification of the human, and at the end, very important, and equal access to the technology. So thank you very much for your attention.